Hello, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, certified astrologer, and in this segment I'm going to be going over the new moon that took place on June 18th, and this was on 12:36 a.m. 52 seconds. Now, I drew up this chart after the fact, since it's so close to the summer solstice. What we see here is we look at the ascendant first, and the ascendant over here is in Pisces. The ruler of Pisces, especially in Western astrology, is Neptune. So you have an element of kind of this nebulous, indecisive sort of front that is going on. And it can really reverberate throughout the chart when you experience different things. Along with the ascendant, I like to look at the sign of the sun and the moon. And the new moon, the sun and moon are conjunct with each other. So at 26 degrees and 43 minutes in Gemini, the new moon is experienced. So this shows a kind of a communicative home front, and since it's the fourth house, it's trying to communicate and everything in that house. Now, something else that's interesting is where the Mercury is placed. So Mercury, Gemini's ruler is Mercury, and the Mercury happens to be Gemini as well. So there's a lot of focus on Mercury. Now, what is interesting about Mercury, and Vedic astrology and Western would agree on this, is that some of the characteristics of Gemini, since it's the ruler is Mercury, a lot of times it takes the characteristics on of other types of signs. So if there's strong signs, then they will take that. Speaking of strong signs, Mars and Venus right now are pretty close to each other. And that makes for an interesting mix of the masculine and the feminine side. And this can make for some interesting sort of combinations of all of these planetary bodies. Now, another thing to note is that when you have the lower hemisphere loaded with planetary bodies and the upper hemisphere not as much, the development will happen below the horizon. There's not too much going on actively. There you have it. Some of the Taurus planets, especially Jupiter, is important to watch, and these are some of the signs in the heavens that took place in the new moon. Thank you for listening.